which is the International Labour Organization, in its survey had said that women constitute 50% of the global population. And they constitute about 1/3 the working force, and they contribute 2/3 of the official working hours. But however, when it comes to the realization of the efforts that she put in, it went on to say that she owns 1/10 the property. It is not the question of the property or the income that we are looking at, but I think here is a time when we as women should be standing up and saying, when you discuss reservations in parliament and legislative assemblies, please don't do it with a note of sympathy, but give it to us as our right. I think that is what we need to be demanding today. Women, as we know, have been facing great discrimination in the Indian society, all through. And I was listening to the speakers before me when they said, yes, it's the mindset that needs to change. Now, where should the foundation for that change of mindset be laid? Now, just looking back into our own homes, imagine a family of 4, father, mother, daughter and son having supper together. And once they finish their supper and they're getting up to probably leave the dining table, the son is about to remove his plate and go leave it in the sink in the kitchen, which is when the mother unconsciously, I would emphasize unconsciously, tell the son, leave it there, it would either be me or your sister who's going to remove your plate from the table. Isn't that the moment when we are actually laying the foundation for discrimination? So I think time is ready for change now. And it is we, this generation, that must start ushering the change which is really wanted in society today. Governments do their best. Now look at the various laws in place. We do have a law which says no sex identification. We have a PNDT law which says you cannot identify the sex of the fetus in the womb. But what happens? Scientific technologies or advancements today are used to identify the sex in the womb of the woman, leading to what we would not want to hear in society, and that is feticide. We do know for a fact that even to this day, in rural India, probably in the remotest of the areas, we hear a lot of it in North America, where the male child is breastfed for longer periods than the girl child, where the male child in the family is provided more nutritious food than the female child, where the male child is sent to a good private school where we all feel quality education is accessible, whereas the female child is sent to a government school where we all know we need the kind of proper infrastructure which is essential to impart quality education to our children, which said that India is the 4th most dangerous place for a woman to live in. And they also placed India alongside Pakistan, Afghanistan, and Congo because of the prevalence of female infanticide, feticide, and for that matter, the gender discrimination that has been happening in the Indian society. The National Crimes Record Bureau, NCRB, has said that there is an increase in violence against women. In 2011, the cases recorded were around 238,600 and odd. This is against 2010, which recorded cases of around 213,000 and odd. And this was a 7.1% increase in violence against women. There was a 54.7% increase in rape cases where the women were between 18 to 30 years of age. There was a 15% increase in rape cases where the women were between 30 to 50 years of age. And there was a 0.6% increase in rape cases where women were above. So look at the ironical situation that we are in. On the one hand, we say woman is a Devi. We would love to put her on a high pedestal of dignity and divinity. But on the other hand, this is what we see happening even within our own society. Now, when we look at the other instances happening against women, it says that in 2011, our country recorded almost 8,600 plus cases of dowry deaths in 1 year. And there were above 99,000 cases of torture and harassment within and outside homes. Almost 43,000 cases of molestation happening in 1 year. There was about 8,570 sexual harassment, 20 cases of girls being imported into our own country, and about 2,500 cases of illegal trafficking of women happening in our own. Now, where does Hyderabad stand? We have reported, that is Hyderabad has reported, a 12.2% increase in discrimination against women. Vijayawada has reported an 18% increase in EFTs. So where should these women go? Which way do they look for help? I really appreciate the move taken by the Assocham Ladies League here today when they wanted to put in place a web portal which would actually help these women to reach out for help. Women who are desperately in help. We haven't forgotten the Nirbhaya case that has happened in Delhi. It's still fresh in our minds. The brutality with which it was actually done can never be forgotten by many of us. But that is when we need help. And I'm happy that there is an innovative way in which the Assocham Ladies League have come forward today. And when I speak of innovation, this is an incident which I've shared with as many people as possible, because I really feel this is very inspirational. One of my friends was heading a committee as the chairman of the committee which was interviewing candidates to the position of the innovation officer in a blue chip industry. Women's League for having taken the step forward. It is a small step, but I'm sure would lead to giant strides. But however, the challenge as I see before you would be, how would you reach out to the remotest areas in our country? That is where probably there are women who actually need help, utilized by or used by women in real need. But probably we would come back and discuss the number of women who have actually accessed your portal, and that should be the day when each one of us should celebrate, and that would be a wonderful day for us. Let me once again conclude the Assocham Ladies League for the wonderful work that you are doing, and I wish you all the best, and I'm sure you will come out with flying colors. Thank you.